Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. All right. I didn't expect to make this video at around 5:45 in the morning, but I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know. Is this the season of divorce or what? This is the I think fifth client that confirmed my services with regards to a divorce. Okay. I mean, they want my consultation and guidance for divorce, and it has happened from the last, I think, 2 months. Uh, normally I get for personal branding, normally I get for coaching. Now I'm actually getting people who want to take my coaching and guidance for divorce. Now, I'm not going to, now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to make this like a fun video, haha, divorce and this and that, or, oh, I'm the divorce lawyer and all that. Rather, let me just give you my perspective. So take it with an open mind. Okay. Now, first and foremost, let me just get this out there. Okay. Divorce is not a joke. Okay. Divorce is not a joke. It is not something that you should take lightly. It is not a decision that you have to, that you can just take like this, Yes, there are plenty of red flags. Yes, there is a lot to think about. But divorce is, to put it in a very simple, uh, simple way, it's a life changing decision. It's a game changer. Now, in my case, I've been through 3 divorces, and I'll tell you, when I look at it in hindsight, I can tell you I am maybe like, how you get one person who is lucky to win a lottery ticket for $1 billion and his life changes. For me, I've been through 3 divorces, and I have to thank my stars that it didn't turn out to be ugly as I have seen how other divorces are. Okay. I know, and there are, like, I even know there are idiots who say, "Oh, Loy, when you plan to divorce this fourth wife of yours, okay, don't worry, it's not going to happen. I'm just too old, too much of action, and she's a good girl. Everything is fine." Okay. Anyway, like they say, inshallah. Okay. So in my case, the 3 divorces that I've had, the only drawback that I did experience was the duration. Okay. And lucky for me, in all the 3 divorces, it was mutual. It was, there were no claims, legal claims, monetary claims. There was no dispute. There was no fight. So for my 3 divorces, the 3 marriages that ended up in divorce, they all went very peacefully, very, very peacefully. The longest it took me to get a divorce, I think, was 1 to 2 years, the longest. Rest, all of them were very quick. The 3 were very quick. I think the fastest one was the one that happened in UAE, which happened very fast through the courts. And, well, it has been that way ever since. Now, what do I want to tell you through this video? I've not jotted down any points, but I'm just speaking from my heart, which I really think I need to communicate to you guys. First things first is, a divorce is not at all a joke, and it's not meant to be taken lightly. It's without a doubt a game changer. It's an event in your life that will change everything. Everything, I can assure you. Yeah, and that I'm saying this when you don't have children. If you don't have children, it will leave a mark in your life that you can never forget. Okay. But then if you have children, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. If you don't have kids, imagine it's a life-changing event. Then if you have kids, I'll tell you, it's something that it's a mark, it's a scar, it's a wound that will remain in your life forever and ever. Okay. And why is that? Why is that? See, okay, with children, you're talking of a physical being that is part of 2 individuals that will forever be there. And you might not get along with your partner, but you'll always hold yourself accountable that me and the you and the other person bought this life into this world, and now this life has to suffer the consequences of not having a family. Okay. But when you are single, see, that is where I give you having a child. But imagine when you're single also, the thing that will really get to you or bug you or bother you is you took a decision that is the most important decision of your life, and it didn't work out. So divorce in itself is a very big thing. It's a very, very big thing. Now, having said that, you'll be very surprised to know this, that there have been so many times when people have come to me for coaching, so many, where I've literally told the client that I think, either I've told them, I think your marriage is going to end up in a divorce, or I've told them that I think you need to have a divorce, or the very fact that I came into the person's life ended up in a divorce. Now, I know some of you will say, oh, Loy, you have an evil eye, or you're evil, or you're satanic, or you're the, Muslims, some of the, you're the jinn, you're the devil, whatever. If you believe in all that religious hula gula, you can go ahead and believe. I can't change your mindset. But I guess one of the reasons why I'm able to see those red flags is because I've dealt with so many people. I think maybe because I studied people's characters, I was into character analysis, I was into mind reading, I was into body language study. You can pick up those subtle nuances, And one of the biggest areas where I can notice is when someone takes me into their life as a coach, obviously they take to improve, to become better. Now, this is where it proves to be crucial because, when two people are there together, they're very happy with how you are. Okay. The woman is very happy how the man is. The man is very happy how the woman is. But then when the person decides to improve and change and become better, remember, change is that key word. When they take me into their life, obviously the person is about to change for better or for the worse, but change is yes. Of course, I would want the person to be better, but then when I assist this person to change, the change may not be favorable for the other partner. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. When people come to me, if I see that they are not assertive, if I see that they are not focused, if I see that they are doing the wrong things, whatever, wrong things, for example, let's say you want to achieve excellence in your career, and I tell them, stop wasting your time going to meet friends. Stop wasting time hanging around with people who gossip, people who talk nonsense. Stop going for all these parties and stop going for these religious gatherings where they eat and they drink and they gossip and they waste time. Be focused on your career. Okay. Now, even though this is good in terms of a personal brand, you're focused in your career, you're studying, you're reading, you're learning, you're spending time to improve yourself. To people who watch movies and waste time and gossip and don't have any goals, for them it's a very bad thing. Oh, we were all friends together, we were wasting time, we were watching TV and eating and with our pot belly and gossiping about others. You are part of the brood, the group, and now you are focused in studying, so you're no longer a nice guy. So that way, these certain changes are very unfavorable. Okay. And because of which the distance grows, and eventually I've noticed when people improve and become better, they actually break up. In fact, given that I've done bariatric surgery, cutting of the stomach and making it smaller, in the bariatric surgery group, I found a very common phenomenon. The couples, if one person undergoes a surgery and loses all their weight and becomes fit and attractive, they end up getting a divorce. It's not the person who lost the weight that wants the divorce. The other person who's fat does not like the new physique or the new behavior or the new lifestyle changes the other person makes. Like, for example, when you get a bariatric surgery, you cannot eat like crazy. You cannot eat chocolates. You cannot eat sweets. You cannot binge. You can't go for buffet. So the other partner who is obese, who likes to do all these things, automatically starts hating the person. It's you can actually join the bariatric group. It's open for all. You'll see so many people saying, "Oh, my partner and I just are breaking up. We are no longer. We don't feel close." And then there are changes in terms of sexually. They have a bigger sexual drive, or sometimes it reduces. So now they are seeing a new person, and they don't like that person very much. So, yeah, part of my coaching also ends up with people breaking up because now one person wants to achieve bigger goals, wants to do better things, wants to become a better person, and the other person doesn't want that. So, in a way, I'm guilty as charged for breaking up relationships by empowering an individual. And yes, there are many relationships where one partner wants to use the other person, exploit the other person, and take advantage. And they're very happy being in that relationship where they're able to take advantage. So when I start coaching and I identify that they are being taken advantage of, whether mentally, emotionally, physically, and I tell them, no, you need to stand up for yourself. Like, for example, there was this female who used to get physically beaten by the husband, and the husband used to say that he used to physically beat her to help her improve. Seriously. And he used to even quote religious texts that if the husband loves the wife, he'll discipline her and all that. I told the female, this is bullshit. And she is educated. The best part, she's educated, and she used to take all this because it was said in the religion, and her parents also said, no, you have to take your husband's punishment. I said, no, this is rubbish. She stood up for herself, and eventually they did break up. He tried to, physically try to kill her, but then I guided her what she has to do. And eventually cops and, the police got involved, and they become, and today she is successful. And, this was some time ago. So that's what I'm sharing with you right now. So anyway, the main thing that I want to tell you is divorce, one is, it's a game changer. And I don't mean this in a very light way or in a fun way. Yay, game changer. No, it's it'll change your life like you never imagined. The second thing is, there are no winners in a divorce. There is absolutely there's no one who is, yay, I did it. No. Even if you win the court case, even if you win the battle, it will leave a deep scar in your life. Okay. And both the individuals will have a scar, a mark. Now, for example, me, even though today I'm happy with my wife and happily ever after, as you can call it, uh, there is a part of me when I see those old memories and photos, I think, oh, sheesh, man, what the hell happened there? Even if the person's evil. My first wife, the Irish one, she is, oh goodness, she is a very evil person, very, very evil person. Okay. The second one, it was no fault of her own. It was just, we both were made a bad choice. The third one was, she was a gem of a human being. Okay. The third. So even though all the three different personalities, I would say, okay, forget the first one. The second and third, it kills me inside what I did. It kills me. I'll tell you this. People may not believe this, and I don't need to tell you lies. And I know they're never going to watch my videos, but the second one was, I felt so bad because that girl's parents were a gem of human being. They could have hurt me, destroyed my life, but they from a very poor background. They didn't do an iota anything to hurt me, and that kills me inside. And the last one was like, you have seen my videos. I've already put my third divorce. If you just Google search Loy Machedo divorce, given in detail. I had to do it. I just had to, because if I had to be true to myself, my goals, I ended up being the bad guy. I had to make those choices, and I take responsibility for it. The first one, however, even though the person was evil, and I made those choices. Not that I was a saint, but it did affect me. And did it impact her? Yes, of course it did. So everyone hurts in a divorce. Okay. The third one is, sometimes a divorce, you don't have a choice. You have to. It's, for lack of a better word, it's best it happens, even though it's a worst thing that can happen. It's like amputation. You need your hand, but your hand is poisoning you. You have to cut it off. It's something you can't live with. And I would just say that, if you are planning to go for a divorce or it's going to happen, I will tell you, the lawyer is not your friend. The first thing I'll tell you, the lawyer is not your friend. The judge is not your friend. The legal system is not your friend. Whomsoever you are, I'm telling you this, whether you're my client or you're not my client, the lawyer is not your friend. The lawyer only cares about their money. Okay? They don't give a fuck whether you succeed or fail. Yeah, if they get a little extra commission, they only care. Others, for them, it's hundreds of cases. They don't care. It's not going to be on their record. He won 200 times and he lost 10 times. No, there's no score sheet. So the lawyer is not your friend. The judge doesn't give a damn. The judge will just do his job. He gets paid a salary anyhow. Okay. The second one is, you will get so much of free advice from your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your friends. I always tell people this: good intentions does not mean the right advice. Your mother and father will tell you, oh, fear God, or don't break, the child. Good intentions doesn't mean the right advice. Okay, that's the second thing. The third one is, don't put anything on social media. Don't speak to anyone. Don't type anything. Don't write anything. Don't say anything to nobody. Nobody is your friend. Nobody, not a single person. Because remember, you talk to A, even if A is your best friend, A will talk to, and there is always a chance, even if 1% chance, and if A talks to B, then B talks to C, then finish, it goes like wildfire. Nobody's your friend. You can't talk to anyone. Okay. That is why, if you do talk to someone who is not a lawyer and not a judge, and that is where a coach comes in. Now, I know you might think, oh, Loy's advertising service. Maybe you can look at it. I'm advertising myself through my videos, through my YouTube, through maybe this also I'm advertising. But if not me, go get someone who is not a lawyer, who doesn't benefit anything, but who is meant to do this and who can give clarity on the subject. And yeah, there are these marriage counselors. Yeah, they are another bunch of fucking idiots. They don't even use your common sense. They'll just go with a book. That's why marriage counselors, oh, tell me, why don't you talk? Or you keep quiet. And the psychologists and all that, I've tried all of them. I've gone to them. I've heard people going to them. They're a bunch of idiots. Obviously, because they have the medical profession and they have to be prim, proper, and decent, they're not going to tell you what is the right thing. They have to be diplomatic because it can even cost them their license. And I would say, if there's one last thing that I would tell you is, as far as possible, try to make it amicable. Oh, I don't know how far to stress this. Do not, under any kind of temptation, ask for, oh, I'm looking for financial. Okay, in the American system, oh, half the money and all that. Fine. If you're in America, fine, it's a different thing. Otherwise, in most of the countries, just get it over with amicably as much as you can. And even if sometimes you have to let go of a little bit of money, even if it's a female or a male, I tell them, you have to let go a little bit of money. Just let it go. Just get, forget it. It's not worth those, whatever the amount of money per month. Just let it go. Because I tell them, the best thing is, you don't have anything got to do with a person ever again. Don't have to keep in touch. Don't have to meet. Don't have to see each other. Move on. Just move on. I know there are some people who say, oh, we'll still continue to be friends. I don't know how that works. For me, once you're physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, I don't know, financially, in every way with one person, and tomorrow the person with someone else, I don't know how you can't feel something. It's I know there are some people who, oh, this is my wife, and this is my ex, and this is her ex, and we are all together smiling. I don't know how that works. I find it very disturbing when I see something like that. But if you are like that you had sex with her and you had a relationship with her and you're married to her and now she's married to him, and her wife is married to somebody else before and now with you, and they both are friends. I find that combination very weird. So overall, if I were to sum it up, I would just tell you that divorce is not a joke. Divorce is very painful. Divorce is a life-changing experience, and it's even worse when children get involved. But please, as far as possible, as much as you can, keep your family, your relatives, everyone far. Just you and that person. Just you two. Try to end it amicably. It's very hard to trust, very hard to all that, especially when two different personalities. But do your best to end it amicably, if not shake hands, and then vanish from each other's life forever. Don't keep in touch. Don't get to know what each one is doing. Move on. That's it. Block each other, delete, move on. That is the best solution, because, as long as you're under each other's radar, it'll drive you mad. It'll drive you nuts. And then maybe after 5 years or 10 years, when everything has healed, because time is a healer, then maybe you can keep in touch and be friends, like they say. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you, because I've been finding this strange trend taking place. So you let me know your thoughts, good, bad, ugly. What do you think? And I don't know what the hell is going on, man. So many divorces. Pretty crazy. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.